Welcome to Ask Colleen, Spiritual Solutions for Life Situations. I'm Colleen St. and I will be the host for this podcast. My aim is to provide you with the guidance and support through life's challenges, spiritual development, change, healing, and growth. Drawing from over 2 decades of experience as a spiritual practitioner, I will share my wisdom and offer answers to the questions that may weigh heavy on your heart and your mind. Remember that you are not alone, you are capable, and the light within you is unstoppable. Hello and welcome back. I am Colleen St. of Ask Colleen, Spiritual Solutions for Life Situations. If this is your first time listening, welcome aboard. And if you're a return listener, thank you for joining. We are going to be continuing our angelic series, Journey into the Winged World. Before we do that, we are going to start our intention off with a Peace Warrior card to see what is our intention and what is the energy that is going to be moving through in the next week and how to navigate it. So let's clear the deck, shuffle it up, and just set our intention all together. What do I need to know? So the card is real life mean girls. Don't worry about what others think of you. And this, when I created this card, it was important that we understand that, we often make our decisions based off of, the opinions of others. And we always have to go back to that space to say, okay, my path is not your path and your path is not mine. We can be collectively in an energy together, but we are really often the meanies in our own being. The way that we talk to each other is probably less harsh than the way that we address ourselves inside. So it's really important to be aware of how are you speaking to yourself. If someone was following behind you and speaking to you and putting you down and not believing in you, would you keep them around? Would you have them as your friend? And the answer is probably not. We'd probably get annoyed. We'd probably tell them, get out, stay away. But often we assault ourselves inwardly and we become the mean girl inside of us, or mean person inside of us who is putting us and doubting ourselves. And this kind of really walks us beautifully into the next 2 angels that we're going to meet in this series. As we learned in the last series that Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael were with us, and they were helping us with shielding, protecting, and helping us to heal ourselves. And we're going to be introducing the next 2 archangels, and the first one is Archangel Gabriel. Now, Archangel Gabriel is very important to me because I call on him often when I have a speaking engagement, or if I'm going to do the podcast, for instance, or even communicating with a client or have to communicate with people in my life. Gabriel helps us with the art of communication. He helps us to find the words coming from a loving space within our heart. And it's all about getting back into our heart center and getting to know who we are on the most pure and loving form of ourselves. Because when we ascend into a higher vibration, everything is love. Everything is energy. So Archangel Gabriel helps us to become more intimate with ourselves in learning to have a healthier and happier relationship with ourselves, to be aware of the frequency of what we're speaking inward to ourselves. Archangel Gabriel, his color often is shown to me in a very beautiful iridescent or shimmery colored white. I guess iridescent works well for that explanation. And when he comes through, you feel safe in your body. He's a very strong angel. And if you're not driving, I invite you just to kind of close your eyes now. And if you're looking to become gentler with yourself, become more confident and trusting yourself, to become more in alignment with what is my purpose, what is my destiny to be as a citizen of Earth School, and how do I start where I'm at, meet myself in the mirror today at this moment, This is all we have is this moment. And how do we build the design of who and what and where we would like to be? And that's a really personal conversation. It's not for someone else to tell you who you are. It's not for someone else to instruct you on how to do X, Y, and Z. Archangel Gabriel comes and helps us to listen to the subtle voice within our intuition, our higher self. He helps us to trust that guidance that's being offered inwardly to help us to accept and receive our innate ability to be joyful, to be plentiful, to be happy, and to be healthy. So I ask you to just close your eyes for a second if you're not driving and you have the ability to do so, and just invite Archangel Gabriel's energy into your energy. And just notice what you feel. Do you feel any tingling? Do you feel anything that is coming to surface? Do you feel any calm or a wave of clarity that may come over you? And practice that, because that is a really great way to start to feel this beautiful angel's energy. When Archangel Gabriel is positioning himself in our energy field, he's helping us to purify it, to detoxify the physical body, to help us feel inspired with creative ideas and then intuitive action. He helps us to feel safe within our body. Many times as empathic ones, we tend to experience things on the physical level, but our soul is like out. It's like a balloon. It's like we step out. And then when we come back into our physical body, it feels off. We might have confusion and congestion. So he helps us with the harmony of feeling safe to be in your body. I know myself, earlier on as a reader, I was 100% grounded when I was in my sessions, and I felt very at home when I was in my space doing readings, because it was the most beautiful bridge between the divine and us on this physical plane. When I stepped out, often I felt like I was unfocused, or I was tripping over myself, very clumsy. I felt like the 3D world felt a little bit dense. So I unconsciously was always kind of slipping out of it and slipping into a meditation, or avoiding the things that I needed to focus on to feel more peaceful in my life. And I've called on Archangel Gabriel numerous times when I felt that I was avoiding things that I didn't want to face, or there were different obstacles in my life that I knew what I knew, but I didn't want to know it. And he helped me just to embrace it, to not make it so scary, but for me to be physically in my form as a whole being of mind, body, and spirit, to then heal or achieve or to grow into any of those challenges that I was experiencing. So I invite you to really call in this beautiful angel. As we are ascending energies, he also is ascending with us to help with the transformation of the awakening amongst souls, because most of us who are awakened are coming into this place where we are being called out of what we know and stepping into the unknown. And often that can feel unsettling, and it can feel concerning, and your logical thoughts could be sending fireworks of hazards and everything else. So now it's about embracing the unknown and embracing what if. What if everything works out lovely? What if everything is better than I could imagine? So your challenge for this week is, if you find yourself in a position where you're what ifing in a negative way, maybe try and flip it around and say, okay, well, the negative outcome is not certain and the positive outcome is not certain. Why don't I create an investment into this and just pivot just a little bit and try a new direction and see how you succeed in drawing into you opportunities and energies that are in alignment with that positive what if, because our thoughts, Gabriel helps us to keep our thoughts in tune. And now we're going to work with the next angel. Speaking of thoughts, it was the first angel I actually met, and it's Archangel Uriel. And Archangel Uriel, he helped me, and this is how he introduced himself to me. through a meditation, I saw all of these clouds. And then I saw this magnificent angel kind of swoosh in and just kind of move his hand over, and all the clouds parted. And it was really lovely because what he does is he moved the clouds of clouded thinking from my space, from my mind. After he did that, I was so clear. I just felt so in alignment. So he also can come into your world and help you to bring clarity. He can help you to bring the grace of source into your life. He can help you to remember that love is the only thing that is real. And he asks that you ask yourself, whenever you're in a situation, am I responding this from love or from fear? And often we'll find ourselves responding in fear. As we ascend from this dense 3D emotion of this plane of living, we are raising our vibration and we're seeing things at a different perspective. And when we raise our vibration, we start to view things differently, and we view them from a place of love or a place of fear. It's not so much good, bad, right or wrong. We are more in that present moment of understanding that these things that happened to us in the past, they are not our current situation. They don't identify us. The things in the future are not yet formed because our thoughts are in motion creating that. So if you can ask yourself, am I responding from a place of a higher perspective, which I am responsible for how I respond, or am I responding from a lower vibrational where I am becoming reactive to what's in front of me? So when Uriel comes in, I invite you just to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and just exhale out. And ask if you can feel the energy of this angel. Ask him to help to give clarity to any clouded thoughts. Ask him to help you to remove any obstacles that you feel are barring you from moving forward with ease and grace. Call on Archangel Michael if you feel fear about making steps towards change or feeling uncomfortable. But Raphael helps us to heal the overall energy of us. Gabriel helps us to stand solid in our physical form and embrace our true essence, our true I am, because you are on the true level, love, light, and wisdom. And we are looking to expand that love, light, and wisdom into every aspect of our life. And then if you feel polluted mentally or emotionally, or feeling a lack of joy, or feeling a lack of creativity, call on Archangel Uriel to help you to navigate. And this team of powerful angels is available to you at any time, and it is all for you to just invite them in. If you don't know which angel you need, that's okay too. You can just say, angels, help me in the areas where I am struggling. Help me in the areas where I am succeeding. Help me in all facets of my life. And willingly, happily, and wanting, they are going to gather around you and start the motion of peace and love in all your processes. So I invite you to invite this loving team of angels into every aspect of your life to live more harmoniously and more peaceful and trusting of yourself, your intuition, and your potential. I am Colleen St. and thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in and joining Colleen St. on this transformation journey. If you have any questions, insights, or topics that you'd like to engage or ask, please visit www.colleenstmichaels.com under the podcast page of Ask Colleen to submit your question. I look forward to connecting with you next time. Have a beautiful day.